Welcome to the Everyday Leader podcast, where conversations inspire action, growth, and impact. Hosted by two passionate leaders, Shannon and Conrad, this podcast is for those who strive to lead with purpose and integrity in their life. Whether you're navigating big decisions, seeking balance, or dreaming of creating change, we're here to help explore the tools, stories, and insights that help everyday leaders thrive. Join us each episode as we dive into the art of leadership at work, at home, and in the world. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Leader podcast. Shannon, along with Conrad here, exploring leadership questions, topics in our world. And today, Shannon, this topic, I don't quite have it framed out completely, but here's what is here. It's the spaces we create for creativity. Some would call it hobbies or recharge or recreation. It's kind of in that category. My question is as leaders, what's important about that? One, what is it? And then two, what's important about that?
Yeah, that's what it was coming to mind for me. Hearing you introduce this is what do like hobbies and interests, like extracurriculars, right? Things that are extra outside of school or outside of, paid work. What does that have to do with leadership?
Yeah, and maybe we
Why
should
are you
frame up.
laughing? You're chuckling over there. I can hear you.
Well, I'm like, I feel like the answer is easy. Is like, of course, expressing your creativity is important, and there's just so many ways to do that.
Yeah, there are so many different ways to do it. I will also say that what if they have nothing to do with your leadership? I don't know.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm zooming out here and also zooming in. Maybe it has everything to do with. Well, I'll just. I've got some creative expressions, so let me look there. So, like, I like to work on houses, remodeling. I enjoy nature, walks, hiking, um, cultivating, planting. You and I share a love of plants.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's more about connection. It's what I'm getting, like connecting to what's simple and essential for me as a human.
Well, so yes, I would say that's it. And in our leadership framework, that is all about leader within, and our self, right? Like our big capital S self. And feeding that, fueling that, like getting present with it, finding ways to get present with that. Creativity is a way to do that for the sake of knowing that when we are really tapped into that capital S self, we can lead in a lot of different contexts and in a lot of different ways in service of a lot of different things. Right? It's like our home base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the gift in hobbies and doing something creative with your hands or with your time, the gift in that I hear you saying is it gives us greater access to that capital S resource, capital S self and resources within.
Yep. Yes.
So it does have something to do with leadership.
Yes, it does have something to do with leadership. I think that part of me that said, what does this have? Like, what if it has nothing to do with leadership is because, when when a hobby or an extracurricular or an interest is no longer in service of us, it just feels like it's work. And that
Yeah.
isn't, that's not what we mean when we're talking about leadership. When we're talking about leadership, we're talking about the way that we show up in the world that is in service of our world, right? So I don't know. I'm getting a little lost in
Well,
the shuffle of this. Help me out.
yeah. I appreciate this lostness, this wondering, because what it is evoking in me is a distinction between something I get to do versus something that is calling me forth. So I get to do the play things, right? And that's the recharge, re re-energizing leader within, like refreshing the leader within. And then the other part is there's my leader within is called to do something that may be meaningful work in the world, a job, part of the community. So there's a calling forth or output, I guess, with leader with one side, and then there's an inflow, a recharge with the hobby side.
Yeah, I like that. It's also, I think, because there have been so many different times in my life where I feel like, oh, I not that I get to, but like I have to, everybody is learning how to knit. I have to learn how to knit. This is going to be the thing. And then I do it and it is not the thing. So there's a quality in the things that you get to do that
Yeah.
makes it the type of thing that is this like input, this inflow into your capital S self.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily what everybody else is doing. It's, you kind of have to figure that out and find that for yourself, right? But we know that
Right.
these are the things that you start doing them and you lose a sense of time. You start doing them and you don't have a whole lot of expectation to any kind of particular outcome or output necessarily, right? Like you want whatever you build, you probably have an expectation around that, but you get a lot of like satisfaction and fulfillment like in the moment as you're working on whatever you're creating.
Yeah. I also hear when you say that it's bringing me to presence right now. And when you're in that state of hobby or creative energy, you can't help but be present.
Yeah. Yeah. Being present. So I have,
Doesn't it?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead. What
it's
you got?
just reminding me that I have a list of things that I have always wondered, or maybe I've felt like these should be extracurricular things that are in my life, like backpacking, for example, backpacking.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this year I finally made a list of what are these things, and I'm going to try them and I'm going to decide if it's a go or a no go. But I'm done like thinking that I should be a camper or I'm definitely not a knitter or a
Got it.
crocheter. No.
I will return the crochet and knit gift that I got for you. Got it. And what would be, for those folks that are listening, what would be the inquiry for that list, Shannon? Would it be something like, what's the, because the reason I'm asking is I love the idea of the list and then experimenting. And then I hear you saying feeling into, is this recharging me? Is this something I should do? Is it depleting me? What's the inquiry for the list?
I think there's a question around like, can I find, is it like, do I have the capacity for this now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do I have
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
capacity to, especially starting something new? Do I have the capacity to start this in what way? In one small way? What would that
Yeah.
be? What is that?
Perfect. So our invitation is to create your hobby recharge creative list. Create that list. Ask that question with the inquiry, like, is this right for me right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then try it on and experiment with them and see what it gives you in life and in your capacity for leader within.
Yeah. That's great. All right. We love to hear from you all. Let us know.
Yes,
And
be
until
well.
next time.